Now hear me out. If you're a fashion designer, you're a tailor, and you make trousers, you make pants, I want you to listen to me, because what I'm about to tell you is very important. I don't want you to cry. Now, have you noticed sometimes when you finish making your trouser, you used every measurement, every correct measurement, whether they sent the measurement or whether you are the one that actually measured it, you used everything correct. But at the end of the day, when you finish making that trouser, you notice that the hip side, do you understand, is very, very tight, while every other part is very okay. Now, this is because of majorly one reason. Do you understand? I'm not going to be talking about other factors that might cause it. I'm going to be talking about one major factor which actually causes it. That before I go to the board to explain some things to you, I want to tell you that first of all, most of you, when you are making your pants or your trousers, you don't usually measure the hip circumference. Now, that doesn't mean that when you make your trouser or when you make your pants, it's not going to come out well. Whichever technique you use is very okay. Do you understand? But I want to tell you that if you want to be that person that anytime you make a trouser or you make a pants, it comes out perfect. The hip is not going to be tight, whether by luck or whether by anything. All you have to do is always measure the hip circumference. Now, I'm going to show you how to apply it, and I'm going to explain why you need to measure the hip circumference on the board. Now, I want you to check this. Now, I want you guys to see this. Whenever you want to form a trouser, now let's say this is our canvas. Do you understand? This is our pattern paper. As you can see, we have drawn the vertical measurement. We have the waist, we have the crotch length, we have the knee length, we have the trouser length, and we have the hemming allowance. Now, next thing we usually do whenever we are making a trouser is that we always want to get the midpoint. Now, from here to here is actually the thigh measurement. Now, look at it. From here to here is actually the thigh measurement divided by 2. So let's say our thigh measurement is 22. Divided by 2 is 11. It means that the distance from here all the way to this particular point, do you understand, is 11 inches. Do you guys understand? Okay, that is how we got the width. Then you guys already know how we got the length. Do you understand? Now, next thing we do is to divide this 11 by 2 to get the midpoint. We also call it the traveler's crease. Do you understand? This midpoint helps your trouser balance very well. Do you understand? And it also helps us during drafting. You're also going to see what it's going to do. So now, let's say, please, I'm not teaching you how to make a trouser. If you want to learn how to make a complete pant or trouser, click on the second link on my bio and go to my YouTube channel. You learn that. Do you understand? I want to explain why your trousers, when you finish making it, they are always very tight at the hip, but every other part is okay. I've already said the reason. Now, look at it. Get it? Now, next thing we have to do, okay? Next thing we have to do, sometimes you see some persons, they will measure something from here to here in order to form the crotch. Do you understand? Some persons use 2 inches, 3 inches, whatever, depending on the thigh measurement. Do you understand? I call that the crotch base. Do you understand? If you watch my previous video, I explained about this crotch base. I even gave a chart or a preset on this particular crotch base. Now look at it. Some persons measure from here all the way to this particular side. Do you understand? From here all the way to this particular side. So now they will now form the distance. So let's say we have a thigh of 22. We have a thigh of 22. Do you understand? This thigh of 22, let's say the hip is going to be 36. Do you understand? The hip is going to be 36. So let's check something. Now, when the person from here to here now look at it. From here to here, the person now uses, let's say the person now uses 3 inches. Do you understand? Let's say the person uses 3 inches. Are you seeing it? Now, let me show you guys something. Now, if the person uses 3 inches from here to here, remember I told you guys that the total from here to here is how many? 11 inches. So, how many will be remaining from here to here? Now, check it. Is it not 11 minus 3? Do you understand? Whatever you get is what will be remaining from here to here. So, let's check it out. 11 minus 3 is going to be giving us what? It's going to be giving us 8 inches. It means that the distance from here to here is 8 inches. Do you understand? Now, let me tell you something that most of you don't know. Do you know that the distance from here to here is your hip circumference? Is your hip circumference divided by 4? Do you know that? Now, let me show you now. All you have to do in order to get the hip, to know the hip that this 8 inches means, is that you have to do 8 times 4. Okay, now look at it. 8 times 4, are you seeing is 32. It means that this person's hip, at the end of the day, after this person has finished drafting, is 32. Now, can you see that the original hip of the person is not 32? Do you understand? So, what I'm about teaching you now is to how to make sure you get your original hip measurement. Now, let's say the person now goes and wears this. Can't you see that the hip is going to be so tight? Because this person chose to use 3 here without knowing the reason why he or she is using 3 inches here. That's why sometimes when we make trouser, it comes out magically, it comes out well. Sometimes it doesn't come out well. Now let me show you something. Remember I told you from here to here is actually your hip divided by 4. Do you understand? Why from here to here is the one I call the crotch base. Show you something. Instead of using this crotch base method, that is method of first of all marking something here. Why can't you use the hip method? Which one is the hip method? The moment you measure, make sure you measure your hip. Let's say your hip is 36. All you have to do is to divide by 4. What do you get is 9 inches. So you come from this side to this side. Now let me show you guys what I actually mean. Now look at it. you have everything vacant like this. Are you seeing it? Now look at it. All you have to do is you come from this side, you come from your hip length. Sometimes some persons mark hip length. Let's say your hip length is 8 inches, they mark it, so this is their hip length. Do you understand? So what they do now is from here to here, remember we got 9 inches, 36 divided by 4 is 9 inches. What they will do is from here to here you mark 9 inches, whatever 9 inches is. If you stop here, then draw a straight line here. Your crotch is automatically formed. The space which you are going to between your crotch is automatically formed. All you have to do is now make sure you mark your crotch curve like this. So whatever you have left here will be okay for your crotch, and you are sure you already have your hip circumference perfect. Do you understand? So this is what you will do in order to always make sure that when you draft your trouser, it comes out perfect. The hip is going to be okay, while the crotch side is going to be okay. So if you actually learn something from this, or you have a question, you have a whole lot of questions to ask, please do make sure you post it in the comment section. Thanks, and may God bless you. For those of you who is having difficulty in drafting clothes or whatsoever, please check the first link on my bio. I have my book there, the Perfect Dress Cutting Guide. The book is going to help you, teach you some of these things which you don't know. If you actually understood what I actually explained now, just know that my book is also going to explain to you in a better way. Thanks, and may God bless you. Bye for now.